Alright, hello gamers and everyone else. Welcome back. So, basically, I'm here to make another informal video, as all my videos are. But today we're going to be talking about the state and my opinions on Cold War, yet again, now that it's been some time. Since its release, I've played all the modes, I finished the campaign yesterday. And I have some opinions, especially since all the news that's come out, especially with zombies, season pass, all that stuff. So, like I said, this is going to be very informal and very unstructured because I'm literally doing this off the fucking cock right now, waiting for my Chipotle to cool off right next to me. But anyway, main thing, do I think the game is good? Yes. However, I think a tragedy struck, and I've said this before, even though no one listens, but of no one's fault, you know, I'm just not popular, but it's basically the sentiment that treyarch and well, not really Activision, treyarch for the most part, got basically fucked, right? They got fucked in three ways. Number one, COVID fucked them, and that was the big fucking. Number two, they basically took up the game from Sledgehammer after Sledgehammer got axed from development for the most part. So they picked up someone else's game and someone else's vision and had to turn it into their own. And number three, instead of the 3 years they should have had to do it, even with COVID happening, we're back to a 2-year cycle because, again, Sledgehammer got axed. So not only did they have less time to do it, they couldn't even work properly to do it, and they got someone else's shit. That's like saying, okay, here, I know you wanted to build a rocket, but take this guy's car and transform it into a rocket. And it's like, I mean, I guess I could do that if I'm, like, good, but it's just like, I don't know. Anyway, we're just watching my fucking YouTube video here. In general, I think the game is good. However, it was a tragedy of what happened to it. So, essentially, if this game had as much time and not all the stipulations that the other games had, it would have been a great game, undoubtedly. Now, I've heard that this Call of Duty is going to have the most post-launch content that there ever will be. For free, no less, which is great. But I'm looking at the content right now, and I have a fear of what's happening, because it's been proven to me already, that stuff is going to get delayed. And now we're going to talk about Season 1 and what's happening with that, right? Season 1 was supposed to come out December 10th. Now, whatever sparse content the game already had, which was not that much. I mean, look, we got the most bare bones multiplayer we've ever had in a COD, I think. Almost no content. The content's decent, but even then, if you like multiplayer, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm in the middle. I personally don't care for it, but I'll play it just to fuck around with people and have a decent time. Now, multiplayer, pushing that out of the way, it's still sparse. Campaign. I got finished with the campaign yesterday. I think the campaign is pretty decent. I don't think it's as creative or effective as other CODs, aka Black Ops 1. I hold that to a gold standard. If not for nostalgia, then for just, I think it's really fucking good. Because it had so many different things in the campaign that you didn't expect, like the fucking Blackbird mission, all these cool weapons that did different things. I mean, in Black Ops Cold War here, yeah, there's some instances like that where you use some of the kill streaks, like the RCXD once, and then the gunship twice, and then chopper once. It's like, okay, and the chopper gunner once as well. The chopper is different from the chopper gunner. In general, it was a pretty short campaign. I mean, I liked it. The end of the campaign, not to spoil too much, was very reminiscent of Black Ops 1 to me, which I really liked. And I thought, wow, because it's the end of the campaign and it's the part they probably had the most time to develop, or the most time they probably spent on, honestly, it ended out really fucking good. I really like the story, and you can choose your own story in this game. And I, in my opinion, got one of the best endings. But I really enjoyed it, but it was short, and it was nothing to really write home about because it's not as creative as other CODs. But anyway, the campaign was good, just short. Similar thing to the multiplayer. It's okay, it's multiplayer, it's passable, but it's nothing crazy. Now again, content's coming. But I'm talking about right now. So now we're going to move on to zombies. Zombies is a labor of fucking love. Let's be honest. Zombies is fucking amazing. I love zombies. The only complaint I have about zombies, if I were to have one, as of right now, that actually has to do with the game and not, or actual zombies, not the game at large, right, is you have to be good, and it's not really a complaint, it's more of just like, it's a change that I would like to see adjusted. It's that you actually have to be set up for the late game. Let's say you die on round 29, 30, or like a high round like that. And you come back. Your teammates can't res you for some unknown reason, probably because they're bad. You come back. At that point, you're pretty much fucked. You're not going to get enough money with the new health system to get a weapon to actually be able to kill unless you farm for fucking God knows how long, which then makes the games drag out insanely long and it's fucking annoying. You're not going to get enough money for that. So then you either have to mooch off someone's kills with the new point system where if you just touch something and someone else kills it, both of you get the full share of it. Or if you're in solo, you basically just have to bite the bullet and grind it out. I really want them to put money back to shooting things. Now, you get less money. It's just a fact. You get less money in this new COD because you only get money from killing zombies, maybe rebuilding barriers, and maybe, you know, using equipment, but that's like non-existent basically. It's so minuscule it doesn't matter. The main way you get money is by actually killing the zombie, and if it's not a critical hit, aka a headshot, or a knife, you're getting, I believe, 90? Yeah, 90, I'm pretty sure. Now, because there's only so many zombies around, and their health scales, you eventually have to have a really good weapon to make money. Now, again, late game, if you get caught with your pants down and can't get a Pack-a-Punch tier 3 weapon, you're not going to keep up in damage to kill the zombies effectively to make money. You're going to be buying more ammo than you're actually getting money back for, and it's just going to be a fucking. Let alone the perks. I like what they did with the perks. You know, you could buy every perk. There's no limit. It's great. But they cost insane amounts after a while. Now, not to delve too much on this topic, basically, zombies, near perfection, I would say. Near perfection. But again, the same problem plagues zombies as the other modes of this game. There's very little content. The only game I can think of that had one zombies map at launch, just one, was World at War. Right? Black Ops 1 had Kino, 5, and if we're counting Dead Ops Arcade, even though I'm not counting it, it's not traditional zombies. This, like, you know, Black Ops 1 had 2. Actually, did Black Ops 2 have one? It had Transit. I think Black Ops 2 just had one map, but it was a huge-ass map. So, the only other game to come close to what Cold War did with zombies is Black Ops 2, I guess. Black Ops 2, I know had a couple. Black Ops 4, I know had a lot on release too. I think it had 4 maps or some shit. But in general, before we deviate again, we have one map. Now, in general, I don't remember, because, God, this was when I was a fucking kid, of how long the DLCs take to come out, at least on the old CODs pre-COVID fucking time. But it took, like, I would say maybe 2 to 3 months, maybe. But we had zombies maps to keep us occupied. Like, we at least had 1 or 2, right? Or 2 or 3. Or 2 at the least. Let me fucking get my vocabulary right. We had 2 at the least, right? So, in this COD, we have Die Maschine, which, in my opinion, is medium-sized. It's not too big. I would say it's on the medium to small size. It's fun, but it's not that big. Now, the only other thing we have is Dead Ops. And Dead Ops has been overhauled, yeah, but it's Dead Ops. It's either you like it or you don't. It's not some people's fancy, aka it's not mine either. It's fun to fuck around in. I'm trying to get the calling cards in it, but I don't count it as zombies. So, basically, we're left with Die Maschine, a decent map that has a good amount of Easter eggs and stuff, but is not playable for like 3 fucking months. Because let's look when the game came out, right? It came out in November. We're going to December. We're going to January, and I heard, or I'm hearing, that we're getting the next zombies map in February. are you kidding me? So we have to go through a map that's maybe triple the size of Noct if we're being realistic, because there's the basement, I don't count the little hallways, there's the little yards, and then there's Noct, and no one plays in Noct. We either play in the pond, the starting area, the plane wing, or the basement. So there's 4 actual areas in the map. Now, what I don't understand is why they're focusing on fucking Warzone and multiplayer. Multiplayer needs it, I'll admit. Multiplayer needs it. But they've added stuff. They've added Nuketown, they're adding Raid, for God knows what reason. They're adding more. But why the fuck is zombies getting ignored? This is pissing me off. I'm very upset by this. Season 1 of the Battle Pass, I mean, okay, I could eat my words here, right? Season 1 of the Battle Pass and the previews we've been getting have only said new zombies modes. There could be more, even though I highly doubt it, and especially with all the leaks. I highly doubt there's more, but if we're only getting new zombies modes and a shitty fucking lesser version of Die Maschine, aka Old Noct, zombies players are getting fucked. And like I said, the campaign won't hold you for too long. The multiplayer is very sparse, and it is what it is. I'm not a multiplayer fan. And even if you are, there's not much to do there. You're going to max it out fairly quickly. Now, zombies is also another thing you can't play for too long unless you're grinding out skins. Same thing with multiplayer. At this point, you have to be grinding something or just be a brain-dead chimpanzee to play it because you're not really doing anything. So, basically, to round this all out, because I think my Chipotle is finally cooled down and I don't want this video to go too long, is I think Black Ops Cold War has a lot of potential. It's a very decent game. However, I'm very, very, very upset with the state it's in, and I'm very upset with how it's going, because the Season 1 pass got delayed by 6 days, right? So, what does that spell out for everything else when this is only looking at Warzone and multiplayer? Now, you could argue Warzone and the multiplayer update, mostly Warzone, is a huge update, so maybe they needed more time because of Warzone. But every update's going to have a Warzone thing. So it's like, is every update going to get delayed? God help us if they're adding zombies content too. They might have to delay it for that. I mean, hopefully we'll get the fucking content, but God, I don't want to wait so long with such a bare bones experience so far. And the worst part is, it's good. I like playing the game. I want more. The one saving grace with the season pass is there's 1,000 fucking levels, so I actually have a reason to get on, even though it just gives you shitty prestige keys, which you just use to get icons. So after you max out the battle pass, you're really just playing for a fucking icon of your favorite choice, maybe 2 or 3, and then the rest are just probably going to sit there, just going to buy stuff that you don't probably use. Like, they're going to become very useless very fast. And if you're a completionist, hoorah, I am too. But it's not one of my main goals to get all the fucking prestige icons. But anyway, at the very least, we'll have actually a lot of more levels to grind out, if nothing else. The main reason I'm not playing COD right now is because I've maxed everything out. I don't want to grind stuff knowing there's a battle pass coming, and that I could be grinding it and double dipping into that. Because I don't want to finish everything and then literally just be grinding for levels. Because after I get those zombie skins, I don't know what else I'm going to be doing. Certainly not them in multiplayer, because that's fucking annoying and not fun. But anyway, again, rounding everything out. Black Ops Cold War. Fun, very good. I want to play more, but we need fucking more. Please, Treyarch, please. I know it's hard, but please, just give us more fucking zombie maps. Just remaster the old ones and give it to us, please. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm going to go eat my Chipotle. I hope you guys enjoyed.